Hello my dear students, welcome to the next lecture in analog electronics. In our previous lecture we have discussed the BJT configuration and characteristics, DC load line and operating point, different biasing circuits, requirement of biasing circuits. We derived the stability factor for voltage divider biasing, and we also discussed the compensation techniques. And we started with the small signal amplifier. We started with single stage amplifier and the small signal analysis. So we analyze the performance of the common emitter amplifier graphically, and we also developed the H parameter equivalent model of the BJT as a part of analyzing the equivalent circuit method of the small signal amplifier. Now in this lecture we are continuing our discussion on equivalent circuit analysis of amplifier circuit, and to develop the equivalent circuit we are considering the H parameter equivalent circuit of the transistor. So we are replacing the AC equivalent circuit of a common emitter amplifier. In that we are replacing the transistor with this particular H parameter equivalent model. The transistor of the AC equivalent circuit is AC analysis circuit is replaced with this H parameter equivalent of the transistor. So there you had shorted the DC sources, then you found these R1, R2, that is potential divider circuit, the resistors R1 and R2 to be in parallel to the input source, and RC and RO are coming parallel when we short the DC source and short the coupling capacitors and our emitter bypass capacitor. Now, in order to make the analysis easier, we can simplify the AC equivalent circuit of common emitter amplifier. So in that process, let us write down on the output side resistance RAC, which is equivalent to RC parallel to RO. So that is replaced with RAC, and assuming VI to be ideal, what we are doing is since the source or the input signal is considered to be ideal without any source resistance, we can carry out this analysis in such a manner that we can ignore R1 and R2, because even if we ignore R1 and R2, since there is no source resistance, this input signal is this IB current is remaining the same. So there is no issue if you ignore R1 and R2 and draw the circuit like this, if you assume VI to be ideal. This VI is coming across these two terminals. Okay. Now the circuit gets modified like this, ignoring R1, R2 and replacing RC and R0 with RAC. Next, what you are doing is, in order to make analysis further simpler, we are going for another approximation. That is, in the next stage we are omitting HOE. Why? Because for a typical amplifier, this RAC is of the order of 1 kilo ohm and 1 by HOE. This HOE is in microsiemens. So if it is 25 microsiemens, then this is admittance. The equivalent impedance will be 1 by HOE, and that will be equal to 40 kilo ohm. Since these two are connected in parallel, again the approximate value of the parallel combination will be close to 1 kilo ohm itself. Okay, so this HOE is omitted conveniently, and we are replacing on the output side with just RAC. Similarly, on the input side, we can omit HREVC term, which is that this HREVC, we have discussed about this in the previous lecture. So HREVC, this HRE value is typically 1 into 10 raised to minus 4 range, and this means that the feedback voltage HREVC, this term is very small and therefore can be omitted from the equivalent circuit. So with these omissions, taking these omissions into consideration, we can draw the approximate AC equivalent circuit as shown below. like this, and we can find out the different parameters like voltage gain, current gain, input impedance, output impedance, power gain, etc. by analyzing this approximate AC equivalent circuit. So what all things you have here? The input signal IB and HIE representing the input resistance. This you are already familiar with the input side, and on the output side you have this current source in parallel with RAC. Okay, this is the output voltage. Let us see what are the different parameters. Current gain. So what is current gain? It is the ratio of output current to input current. You know that the output current is IC and input current is IB. So current gain is IC by IB. What is IC from the equivalent circuit? It is HFE IB by IB, or this is nothing but HFE. So in the data sheets, if you see HFE, it is nothing but beta, or the current gain is equal to beta or HFE. Okay, in H parameter equivalent circuit, this HFE indicates beta. We have already discussed this when we compared the H parameter equivalent circuit to the AC equivalent circuit we developed prior to that in the previous lecture. Okay, next term is voltage gain. So voltage gain is the ratio of output voltage to input voltage. Okay, what is the output voltage? It is V0. So you see in the circuit diagram, you can see this V0 is the voltage across this terminal. V0 is the voltage across RAC. Okay. Now you are considering a negative term here. Why? This is the output voltage is phase shifted by 180 degree with respect to input voltage. So what is V0? It is HFE IB into RAC, or minus HFE into RAC divided by HIE. What is this? This is input voltage. It is IB into HIE. Okay. So since you have the current source in the output, you have the output voltage as minus HFE IB into RAC. HFE IB is the current that is flowing through RAC, and you are measuring the voltage across RAC. So when you substitute beta for HFE, and what is HIE? HIE is nothing but the input resistance. This HIE represents the input resistance, isn't it? This is input signal. IB is the current that is flowing through the input resistance, and you are measuring the voltage across RAC. The current through RAC is HFE IB, and it will V0 will be 180 degree phase shifted from VI. Okay, this is the current direction. So you get AV equal to beta RC by RI, and in polar form, if you represent this negative signal, this phase shift, this angle 180 degree. So AV is beta RC by RI, HIE. Remember, HFE is equal to beta, and HIE equal to the input dynamic resistance. Okay. Now power gain. What is power gain? Power gain is simply the product of current gain and voltage gain. AI into AV. Next term is input impedance. So VI is equal to IB into HIE. So what is input impedance? Input voltage by input current. We already mentioned this. So it is IB HIE by IB, or it is equal to HIE. So simply we can say that HIE equal to RI, the input impedance. Even if we consider the resistors R1 and R2 at the input, then also Zn is equal to R1 parallel to R2 parallel to HIE. But this HIE is much smaller than R1 or R2. Then again you can approximate this to HIE, because in parallel combination the smallest resistance, the value of the equivalent resistance will be close to the smallest value. So again, even if you consider R1 and R2 in parallel, the input resistance is HIE itself. What about the output impedance? The output impedance is defined as the ratio of output voltage to output current with VI equal to 0. Okay, so when we set this Vi equal to 0, the current Ib is also 0. This is the diagram corresponding to that, to find the output impedance. So if we set Vi equal to 0, then Ib is also 0, and consequently the output current Ic also becomes 0. If Ib is 0, then HFE Ib is also 0. So even if we connect an external voltage source at the output terminals, this is 0. So in other words, the output impedance Z0 will be infinite. So ideally this Z0, if you observe from here, it will be infinite. The output impedance is actual output impedance considering RAC will be simply RAC. So that is from here Z0 dash, if you observe, it will be RAC. So if we have not neglected HOE also, the output impedance would have been 1 by HOE parallel to RAC, isn't it? So why we neglected? Because this value is quite large compared to this value. So again you can approximate the output impedance to RAC. So input impedance is HIE and output impedance is RAC. Now let us do this simple problem to find out the parameters voltage gain, input impedance, etc. from this circuit. This is a single stage amplifier. What do you mean by single stage? There is only one amplification stage here. Circuit with an NPN transistor. So the parameters of this transistor are beta AC equal to 50, Rin is equal to 2 kilo ohm. You are asked to calculate its voltage gain, input impedance and Q point. How will you find this? You can neglect VBE. So here you can see what is RAC. What is RAC? If you draw the equivalent circuit, this RC will come in parallel with this RO. So RC parallel to RO will give you RAC. So this 4.7 kilo ohm in parallel with 12 kilo ohm will give you the value of RAC to be 3.38 kilo ohm. That is 4.7 into 12 by 4.7 plus 12. Don't forget this kilo ohm. Okay. Now the voltage gain. What about the voltage gain? You are asked to find the voltage gain. What is voltage gain? AV. AV is equal to beta RAC by Rin angle 180 degree, or HFE RAC by HIE, isn't it? So what is beta AC given? It is 150. What is RAC that you got? 3.38 K divided by, what is Rin given? It is 2K. Okay, don't forget this 180 degree, angle 180 degree, and you will get AV as 253.5. Okay. Now, what is the next part? To find the input impedance. You have taken this input impedance as 2 kilo ohm, but actual input impedance, if you try to find out, this Rin is 2K, and you can also see R1, R2 parallel to this Rin, isn't it? Rin is given as 2K, but you have this is R1, R2 in parallel with Rin. And what about this Re? When you do the AC analysis, you are considering this capacitor to be short. So this won't come into picture when you do the AC analysis, AC equivalent circuit. You can draw the AC equivalent circuit of this amplifier for yourself and verify. Okay, so this R1 and R2 is parallel with Rin. So what is the actual input impedance? R1 parallel to R2 parallel to Rin. This R1 equal to 75 kilo ohm, R2 is 2 kilo ohm, sorry 7.5 kilo ohm, and Rin is 2 kilo ohm. On substituting, you will get the input impedance as 1.5 kilo ohm. Okay. Now the resistors, you have to find the Q point, isn't it? So these resistors form the potential divider. So what is VB? Now we are asked to find the Q point neglecting VB. So neglecting VBE. So this is VB and this is VBE is neglected. If you neglect VBE, then VB is equal to VE. So if VB equal to VE, you can say that what is VE is equal to VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Neglecting VBE, VB is equal to VE, so you get VE is equal to VCC R2 by R1 plus R2. What is VCC given? 15 volt. Then R2 and R1 values you know, on substitution you will get it as 1.36 volt. So if you got VE, what is IE? What is IE? Is equal to VE by RE. So you are asked to find the Q point. So you are going back to your DC analysis now. Okay, so this is the DC analysis part we are doing to find the Q point of this particular circuit. So what is VE by RE? It is 1.36 by 1.2 kilo ohm. This is 1.2 kilo ohm RE value. So you will get it as 1.13 milliampere. Assuming IC to be approximately equal to IE, you can take IC equal to 1.13 milliampere. So after taking this IC value, what should be calculated to find the Q point? Q point is the coordinates are VCE, IC. You got IC. So how will you find VCE? VCC minus IC, you are approximately IC approximately equal to IE. So IC into RC plus RE. Or this is equal to 15 minus, what is IC? 1.13 milliampere into RC plus RE. You know the values of RC. RC is 4.7 kilo ohm and RE is 1.2 kilo ohm. And finally you will get VCE as 8.33 volt. So this is the DC operating point or Q point of this particular circuit. So from this circuit, if you know the parameters beta and Rin, you can calculate the voltage gain, input impedance and Q point. Okay, with this I am stopping the equivalent circuit method AC analysis of an amplifier. Thank you.